Bye, guys.
A very good morning to you once again. Thank you so much for joining us while the organizers put the finishing touches to the marquee, the stage, the sound, the lighting and other equipment, including the chairs. We are now going to continue with this broadcast here at the Ramagoma Stadium, and this is where the official Heritage Day celebrations will be taking place. Now, South Africa is not passive when it comes to preserving our heritage, but it actively seeks to promote both the tangible and intangible heritage. And it does so through the National Heritage Council of South Africa, a statutory body that was officially formed in 2004. And it seeks to make sure that even in our diversity, as the coat of arms would suggest, we are united. Well, let's speak to someone who is from the National Heritage Council now, Mr. Thendo Ramagoma. Very good morning to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having us as the National Heritage Council of South Africa. We really appreciate it.
You know, we speak to either yourself or the Good Advocate quite a lot, but let's go back a little bit and get some context as to what it is that you do. Over a decade in existence now, has your presence been justified?
Most certainly, yes. We are a creature of statutes, a process that started in '96 with the adoption of the white paper on arts, culture and heritage that is currently being reviewed by the minister, gave birth to institutions like ourselves and South African Heritage Resources Agency. And our mandate in particular is one of advising the Minister of Arts and Culture on heritage matters, also ensuring that we fund public projects through an open process, with an open adjudication process. We also see to the mainstreaming of living heritage, which is very key and central to the theme of promoting living heritage, as announced by the Honorable Minister. And indeed, when he addressed some of the radio stations throughout this week, he was emphatic on ensuring that the intangible cultural heritage of South Africa and also living heritage through preservation and through projects that some of our organizations do, like when we support research on the heritage of the Khoisan people. We are beginning to say that there's a lot more that we could do as a creature of an active parliament. Hence, we always say that knowledge production around matters of orature, history, popular memory, the rituals that South Africans identify with, are things that we need to pursue and record so that the generations that come after us are able to relate to what we say through our vision of building a nation that is proud of its African heritage. Is something that they can resonate with in terms of expressing themselves in their daily life.
How do you prioritize? I said to in the opening a little bit earlier that we are very diverse as a people in South Africa, and that's perhaps a strength and a weakness, because how do you then look at which knowledge systems that you look at and make sure that you pursue knowledge production on? The Khoisan and a number of other organized groups, at least in South Africa, often feel marginalized and left on the periphery at times. So how do you categorize which aspects of this vast and rich history will be prioritized?
Through joint programming with other entities that we partner with, for example, your CRL Commission, your Moral Regeneration Movement, on programming, we are able to say, what is it that we must do 21 years into democracy, as a young democracy? We can't do everything, but we have to start somewhere. So our strategic objectives must be geared towards ensuring that we prioritize that which is maybe very important and central to building the nation in terms of social cohesion. That is why through programming we're able to do a program called Ubuntu, like awards or honors. We are able to identify people that are doing selfless kind of contributions to assist humanity become a better kind of society, particularly in South Africa. We also had our heritage awards, the Golden Heritage Awards, Golden Sheet Heritage Awards.
So looking to focus on that which unites us all across the board, such as Ubuntu. We'll have to leave it there. Unfortunately, time is always of the essence. It's always something that holds us back. But speaking of time, we'll have an extra hour of Morning Live on Channel 404 on DSTV, and that's where you can cross on over if you do have access to join us for the last hour of Morning Live and the rest of the proceedings here today. A little bit later, the Minister in the Departments of Arts, Culture and Heritage, Minister Nathi Mthethwa, will be joining us, and we are expecting the keynote address here today to be handed over or done by the Deputy President in the Republic of South Africa. So do stay with us for all that and more, but from us, at least for now, it's goodbye. God bless.